Welcome to a very special edition of the Nightly Nuge. It's Memorial Day, and Ted, happy Memorial Day, as you say, every day.
Yeah, really, it is every day. I'm so blessed and honored and humbled beyond words, Keith, where I communicate with the heroes of the military literally every day. Marcus Luttrell calls me. I mean, obviously, I've made a heart and soul connection with these warriors, and yes, I do shed tears of blood at the price for freedom. And I hope we can emphasize that, because Memorial Day should be a happy day, because we should be happy that warriors were willing to give all for the American dream and the U.S. Constitution. So we should have a barbecue, and we should have laughter and have a few beers around the campfire in the name of the cost of freedom, thanking those who gave all. But we should do it. I got to tell you, the Nugents do it every day, Keith.
Yeah. Ted, as I think about this Memorial Day, of course, my father is buried in the National Cemetery in Fort Leavenworth. I know you had many members of your family, your dad and uncles served. And it used to be a proud thing among families that people served. And, as I reflected this morning on this special day, I was thinking about what was going on in our country in the 1870 or 1770s, right before the American Revolution. And it seems to me, Ted, that our current government is more tyrannical than King George ever dreamed of. And I just wonder, as we sit here in Memorial Day 2022, if our fellow countrymen and women realize how much they've allowed to happen to their rights. And do we have enough patriots that if we had to go back to the bridge at Concord in 2022, 2030, are there enough patriots out there? What's your take on all that, Ted?
I'm an emotional guy, Keith, and I sat on my deck this morning and I literally cried. And I'm gonna cry right now, because the pulse of the heroes of the military are just shattered hearts, because they dragged their brothers off the battlefield in pieces in a military industrial complex that lied to them about Vietnam, that lied to them about weapons of mass destruction. All these heroes are laid in cemeteries based on the corruption and the criminality that you just said, which are painful, heartbreaking words that in 2022, the United States government, yes, it's more tyrannical than King George. The words don't want to come out, Keith. We are heartbroken that this government has turned on we the people. And I dare anybody anywhere, tell me what the U.S. government is doing correctly or morally or up to their sacred oath to the U.S. Constitution. I literally sat on my deck this morning and I bawled my eyes out, because Memorial Day comes with the blood and guts and the sacrifices of brave men willing to go after evil. And in most instances, since World War II, Keith, it's been a lie. I did not understand the term military industrial complex when I was growing up. I would hear it here and there. I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. But my God, I know what they're talking about now. And the Department of Defense is the enemy of America. We're sending billions to a foreign country, ignoring the needs of Americans, and sending billions of dollars of state-of-the-art military weaponry to the Taliban, while Uncle Sam is desperate, maniacal to disarm America. Does everyone grasp that last statement? It's diabolical, Keith. So not only should we remember those that gave all, we should fight back for the freedoms that they died for, because right now we don't have those freedoms, and that's pure evil. So Memorial Day should be a celebration of those that were willing, but now we should be willing, and we better take it on and vote for constitutional representation.
And you know what, Ted? That's exactly where I was going to end, that if our fellow countrymen and women set this next election and the election after that out, I don't see a future for America the way you and I see America. I encourage all of our listeners to go to huntthevote.org. Go to huntthevote.org. Make sure you sign the pledge. It's critically important that we go vote our values. Hey, Ted, our winner today of the signed copy of Detroit Muscle is Jeshua Alspach, Alspach, from the state of Kentucky. Congratulations, Jeshua, and thank you for going to huntthevote.org, signing the pledge. That's so important. We all have to get out and vote. But Jeshua, you're winning a signed copy of Detroit Muscle. And you know what, Ted, I'll just ask one last thought from you. I saw a video recently where a former CIA director, a high-ranking CIA officer, came out and said that Eisenhower originally called the industrial military complex the Congressional Industrial Military Complex. All of the companies engaged in building weaponry, they give nearly $1 million in campaign contributions. Oh, wait a minute, not just to the Democrats in Congress, but to all congressmen and women, both sides of the aisle, nearly $1 million to each of them. And this war machine continues to be pushed. And we're in the Ukraine now. And where will we be next? It's sad, Ted. Last thought.
You know, this is the greatest country, the only ultimate quality of individual freedom, quality of life in the history of the world, in spite of our government. Our government was originally designed to represent we the people, and now they represent Ukraine. They represent fentanyl importers. They represent the terrorists coming across our border. They represent invaders as they turn their back on U.S. citizens. So, my friends, if you really want to celebrate Memorial Day and say thank you to those that gave the ultimate sacrifice, then hammer your senator, your congressman, your governor, hammer the White House and tell them, the hell with Ukraine, let's fix America. The hell with banning guns, let's ban violent criminals.
Well said, Ted. And by the way, I just want to say a special, hey, be careful to our good friend Donald Trump Jr. And remember, the hook is supposed to go in the fish's mouth, not your thumb. Hey, everyone, have a great Memorial Day, and we'll see you tomorrow with another edition of the Nightly Nuge.
Barbecue like you mean it.